first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Here's Elijah Moore now bringing it out of his end zone.
Let's go.
Up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll have a Jets first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 7 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Wilson. This is caught. It's Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll be a gain of 15 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. first and 10. It's Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is third down. On third down, Cottrell. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Here's Wilson. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Gostkowski the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Throwing is Wentz. Dancing to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. On play action, Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. And this throw will be intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
5-3, their record at the halfway point. And you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple of things working against them. And number one, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number two, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs. But they've got a shot at it. This is a good football team.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Working from the gun, Wentz. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
On 1st down, Cottrell. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. And we're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media, will start to obsess about it and wonder, can they take it all the way to an undefeated season?
Taken down right around the 27.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now Wilson on 1st down. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And got his man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Deshaun Jackson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets will extend their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Wentz. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. And down to the 36-yard line here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Shotgun now for Wentz. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Wentz to Doyle there, first down, Colts.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On first down, Wentz. That's complete. It's Collins. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Here's Wentz to throw. Touchdown! That's caught. T.Y. Hilton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you've got that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down here at the 28.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On third down, Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
On fourth down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Back deep for the Colts, Nyheim Hines.
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. To throw, it's Wentz. Steps away to his left. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
So, Charles, you talk about this offense as we play here in Week 9 of the 2021 season. Normally you're slipping kind of past the halfway point, but now with the season expanding to 17 games, you kind of think the teams might look up and say, gosh, we still have a lot of football left to go.
No doubt about it. Remember, they've had their open week already, so this could be a straight shot all the way from here on out. To me, the best coaches, they tell their teams, hey, I'll take care of you during the week. You just leave it all out there on game day, and I'll make sure you're ready for the next one.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Right side caught by Jackson. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. He gets it complete to Jackson. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They snap it at 1. Now Wilson, flushed out right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Flush to his right. He's got Jack Doyle. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
Now a play fake. Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. So that'll back them up 5. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Wentz. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Blankenship's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
Tony Brown there on the tackle.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Diving is Hilton. He's got it. Give him 32 on the play.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Play action. Now Wentz. forced out to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Now after the sack, Wentz and the Colts, they're left looking at a 3rd and long.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
They'll run on 1st down. Cottrell, and no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Tackle made by Grover Stewart.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's more. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Wentz. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Hines. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Now Wentz. This is caught. Touchdown, Colts.
Nico Collins
with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Colts are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
So up comes Wentz as he and the guys on offense here will go for 2. Wentz going to look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Cottrell, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. Just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. Now Wentz. Being chased out left.
On Wentz is intercepted yet again.
Picked off at the 19. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
49 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
On first down, Cottrell. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
DeForest Buckner, all-pro defensive tackle there on the stop.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Got him in. It's Brown. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. They get 7 there, but it brings up fourth.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up fourth down.
Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a third time here on fourth down. On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. They find some open field here. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And it's a touchdown for the Jets.
Elijah Moore.
His third touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season.
And the Jets add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Gostkowski with the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
82.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. The loop, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So they keep the football, but now face second and long.
46 down there.
On play action, it's Wentz. That ball caught by Campbell. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
They'll fake the give to Taylor. Now Wentz.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
To throw is Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 39 yards there, a big one. Throwing on first is Wentz. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 10 more there and another first down. Into the red zone, Wentz.
He'll check this one down to Taylor.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off down at the 2, and he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
Well, we knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts an end to any hopes that they had.
All right, partner, work with me here because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again. Well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Wilson wants to throw it. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. I think this is a free play for Wilson. And he is going to go down here, but we also have a penalty marker at the line of scrimmage. They may have jumped the gun.